from Zoingo. You appear to be an exceptionally well-organized individual. Appear is the keyword. Recently, I've had this feeling I'm not doing enough, not using time appropriately, and so I've been trying to organize and schedule myself better. Might you have any advice on things such as creating personal daily goals or schedules, setting reasonable time frames, etc.? Here's what I think on this, a mindset that'll help you with that kind of thing. Motivation isn't real. There's no such thing. You might temporarily feel motivated, but it's very fleeting, and it's just your brain getting excited. It will not remain like that when you start doing the thing. It's not real. What is real is discipline and habit. So anything you want to do, you have to sit there and get into the habit of doing that thing. Even if you don't need to do it right now, you have to have time set out for where you feel like you can do it when push comes to shove. Or be in the habit of doing a work-related thing in a certain time frame, so that when you have to do a different work-related thing, you can do it during those hours. Your brain is like, yeah, I could do this, you know? Yeah, building discipline. If you try to like get motivated and you're like, I'm gonna start using a tool for project management, and you know, and I feel really motivated, you sit there and you like write out all your Trello lists and everything. All that time does not matter unless you continue to check those lists and you have a habit to like open the Trello tab and look through and move the cards over. You know what I mean? I think a lot of people do that sort of thing where they set up an organization system, but they don't keep with it. And it's because like, no matter what advice I give there, it doesn't matter unless you're disciplined to keep with it, right? So to build it, time scheduling is most important. I'm assuming you're all human, and humans like habit. And I find timing things and doing things in certain environments is most important. So here's what you do. If you have a hard time, this is the thing, I think most people, you can probably all relate to this. You have a hard time doing important stuff sitting down at your computer at home that you also like play games on and like check YouTube on, right? It's an environmental thing. If you have a laptop, you have a tablet, or you just use your phone or whatever, get up and go to a different room and have a spot where you stand there and you do your organizational stuff. Don't sit there and expect yourself to do that sitting down at the computer that you every day get up and like go to and then just start like opening video games and shit, right? That environment is like your fun zone, you know? Library, you can, but it's much easier to do this at home by just literally going to a different room. One thing that I know a lot of people will do is they will set up a chair in another room that you don't use very often. You know, a lot of people have living room furniture and they have one chair for guests. They have a little couch and like a separate chair and they almost never sit on it. Turn that into the work chair. It's great that you don't use it normally. You don't want to use it at other times. Turn it into the work chair, preferably an uncomfortable one. If you have like one of those shitty like wicker chairs that's like not comfy, great. Go and sit down in that and bring like your laptop or whatever other device, and then open like a Trello list or whatever you're gonna do, or open Google Calendar, open various apps and start going on there and organizing stuff. And then as soon as you're done with it, get up. Don't open YouTube Shorts and be like, oh, I just finished all my Trello list shit and now I'm gonna open YouTube Shorts while I'm sitting in the chair. No, the chair is the work chair. But yeah, that's my biggest advice, is just go to another room or another spot and have a spot that is like only work stuff happens here, or non-distracting stuff. Use Trello for personal stuff? Yeah. Absolutely. I use a mix of Trello and Discord. And I have a Discord server that is just my server. It's named Scratchpad. And it has a bunch of channels in it with a bunch of names, themes, whatever. And one channel in there in particular is literally called like Scratchpad. And whenever I want to remember something or do something or whatever, it's like a to-do list, I drop it in there. And then sometime later in the day, I'll go look through it and I'll go, let's see, is there anything new that I dropped in here? And I'll see like a link to a picture that I wanted to save, but I was busy. So I just threw the link there and I go, okay, let me save this in the right spot. And then I delete the message. So all messages in there that have been deleted are gone. Anything that I can scroll up through and that I can see is still pending in some way. I have a different chat that's for like references. I don't put references in there. It's like this is a thing that should eventually be cleared out, is what that chat is for. Sometimes the thing I need to do is I need to take that thing and put it on a Trello card, on a proper Trello list. But putting it in that Discord server first is like really fast, really easy. I can get myself to do it when I'm out, you know? I don't want to be outside. Someone says a thing and I'm like, let me open my Trello card. Let me make a new card. Let me do that. It's like a lot of clicks. And every additional click makes me less likely to do it on the spot. So yeah, I just use the Discord for it and then clear it out later. I I will say I'm also just good at remembering stuff. I don't always have to write shit down. It's still good to be in the habit, but I just don't. I just remember things a lot, so maybe I have an advantage there or something. But yeah, no, it's good to like just come up with ways that work for you. I don't know, things will work differently. GEEGA's agile management tips. I mean, yeah, that's exactly it. Shit works with a diary if you're old school too. I think a lot of things die in diaries and die on like little paper notes or post-it notes. If you write something down physically and put it in your pocket, are you gonna take that out and like reference it again later? Some people do, some people don't. It depends. I know a lot of people will write things to remind themselves of something on a post-it and then they'll stick it to the bottom of their monitor. And then it blends in with the monitor. It is now part of the desk and part of the background, and they will like not look at it. Some people will. So that's the last most important discipline tip, I guess, is be realistic with yourself. If you try something a couple of times and it doesn't work, it's not gonna work for you. Stop trying. New solution time, new solution, do something else. Right? That's not the way for you. It ain't it. Write it down, but transfer it to somewhere else as soon as possible where your attention is. Right. That's what I'm saying.